In terms of success stories, is there anyone bigger than Jacko? Anyone bigger than Hugh Jackman in terms of you having that initial part in giving him his break, but also just always being there for him and being a mentor for him?
There's no one who comes close to Hugh Jackman. He is everything you see, everything you hear about Hugh Jackman is true. He's the real deal. When I read that report a couple of weeks ago, the survey that said he was the most popular celebrity in Australia, none of that surprised me. He is, without peer, the most authentic, the most decent person who I think has ever stood behind a microphone and performed, appeared on television, appeared on stage. He's just an extraordinary, as you know, you're his best mate. He's an exceptional person and value that friendship so much.
What did you see in him, Walsh, when you first gave him that cracker? I think it was the fashion show. I think Rove and he were doing it together. Two pretty successful guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jacko's gone on to megastardom, but what was it about Hugh and Rove in terms of that timing for you to go, I'm going to back those guys?
Well, I was always looking for talent. I mean, that's part of my work with Foxtel was nurturing and developing talent. And I went and saw the stage musical Beauty and the Beast, and Hugh was playing Gaston in that production. And I thought, who's that bloke? I don't know who he is, but gosh, he can sing and gosh, he can perform. My first question is, why aren't these people on television? They're on stage. Even to this day, it frustrates the hell out of me that, and I go to see a lot of theatre, there's so many exceptional performers on stage who never get a look in on television. And the industry is very divided that way. And some casting agents tend to look at actors who just do film and television when they're casting a show. They don't kind of look out at who's also treading the boards, which frustrates me. But I went and saw Beauty and the Beast, saw this young fella, Hugh Jackman. I thought, he's an incredible talent. So I'm going to find out who his agent is. So the next day I did, and I grabbed my colleague who was the head of production. I said, we're going to go and meet this woman, Penny Williams. She manages Hugh Jackman. So we went to her office in Glebe. I'll never forget it. Walked up these creaky stairs, and the office was a shoebox, and she had all these photos around the wall of all these performers. She was puffing away on a cigarette. She said, you want to see me about Hugh Jackman? Why? And I said, has he ever done television? She said, well, he's a performer. And I said, look, I'd like to meet him. I think we can find something for him on television. So that's how that came about. And we were doing a magazine show called Fashion with Melissa Hoyer, and we were looking for a male co-host. And so I put him into that show.
Was he any good?
Yeah, he was terrific. He was great. I mean, he was young and television was a new medium. But I said to him at the time, look, it's on pay TV, so not many people are going to see it. So you can stuff up and it'll be okay. He didn't stuff up, but he, that warm, engaging personality that he has came across. And, the camera doesn't lie. We went on to do specials when he moved to the UK. He and Deb moved to the UK. I got him to do TV specials, and it was Hugh Jackman's West End, I think, was one of them. And he went and interviewed some of the successful Australians who were playing in Phantom of the Opera and some of those musicals. Little did we know that a few years later he'd be one of those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where the friendship really started to bed in, and I'm proud that I can still call him friend.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he loves you, mate. He absolutely loves you, and is always very, very fond of us talking about you and giving him his first start.